What is like a big dream? So for me, a big dream, or let's say a dream, let's first define what a dream is. A dream is something that you desire for your future self or and your current self that you do not have a because of your circumstances or because of a roadblock that you have to work towards in order to overcome. The reason why dreams aren't just a desire or just a want is because if you wanted whatever your dream is, you would already have it if it wasn't like a dream, if it was just a want or a desire. However, because you've like put that want and desire that you cannot achieve because of your circumstances or your roadblocks, it becomes your dream. So that's why um, big dreams differ from person to person because everyone is born with certain access that other people might not have. People are born with certain beliefs in themselves that other people are not do not have the privilege of having when they were younger that they have to work on. So it's very situational. So a big dream in terms of like society now would be like to be flying in jets. Yes, flying in jets. I thought I said flying in cruises. Flying in jets, having like 600 billion followers on Instagram, um, just being rich and famous. I feel like that's always been like a societal, like the standard of success, but more so now because it's very broadcasted on social media. But that's not a big dream for everyone. Like some people, maybe this could be you, want to be a doctor, and that's a big dream for them because they might not have like the financial means to like go study medicine. Some people want to be a teacher, and that's a big dream for them because um, they have problems with putting themselves out there or speaking to people or feeling like they can't do that, but they have something in them that wants them to do that. For me personally, it's film. Everyone who I ever speak to knows that because I am very vocal about it because I love it and I want to do it. But when you have a big dream, like there's so much weight on you and weight that obviously you put on yourself, but like weight that you get externally from other people, especially if you choose to talk about your big dream. And I feel like this pressure can be mitigated if you understand that it's not this one moment that you're working towards or that just happens that will set the course for the rest of your life in order to achieve your dream. It's little steps that accumulate over time that make it so that your dream is possible, that lead up to that moment from sorry that leads up to that moment where you are able to achieve your dreams, right? It's not this one big action that I wake up, I go to sleep, I wake up, I do this one thing, and then I'm gonna have it. Like it's little things that seem very insignificant, but at the end, it will happen. I like the example that the writer of Atomic Habits, I know everyone's reading the book, but anyways, I read it too while reading it, where something forgot. I'll just put the book up. Anyways, where he talks about how when you're hitting a stone, like the first like couple of hundred hits with like a blunt, whatever, but the first couple of hundred hits on the stone, it feels like nothing's happening because if you hit the stone, it's not breaking. But that last hit, because of the is it momentum? I didn't do physics, so because of the I'm just gonna say force because of the force that the stone was enduring because of the other 100 hits, the last 101 hit will break the stone in half. And it's not that hit alone that made the stone break in half. It's like the continuous hits that seemed insignificant that made the stone break. That's what I mean by it takes little actionable steps to achieve your dream. So for me, what that looked like, being a person that doesn't like being, well, can't speak things into existence, used to not like being seen, or even now, I feel like I'm still like a very private person, and I like that about myself. But sometimes, I think I hide behind that to not address like the problem that I am addressing. My thing was, okay, I wanna start like a YouTube channel, which I did eventually, and the end goal would be like to work in film media in my country, South Africa. Okay, being someone who used to not like being seen. So my little step was the Pinterest like account that I used to have, because I'm on Pinterest every day. I changed that profile picture. I'll add everything, all the images here. I changed like a profile picture that used to be like a cute doodle, like a favorite anime character I liked. I changed that profile picture into a picture of me. Okay. And before, my username wasn't my name, was like a rendition of my name, but then I eventually changed it to my name. So it's little things like that. Like, that's not gonna make me a successful filmmaker. That's not gonna make me a successful YouTuber. But it's like setting a path of, you know what? I have this problem, but I'm gonna take small actionable steps. And I feel like if I didn't do that, I wouldn't have created a YouTube account that wrote my name, had my profile picture like my face, and had the videos where I'm speaking and posting online, if I didn't take that small actionable step. So yeah. I don't want to seem like I'm holier than thou, because I'm still working on things, but I feel like there's such a beauty in seeing the progress and then seeing like the end result, then to see the end result already. And there's beauty into seeing the end result only. People don't owe their come up story to you, but still, like, I think that's why I enjoy documentaries so much, because you you see the bigger picture of how they led up to this conclusion of how this happened. So I really want to be that for myself, and also for whoever ends up watching me. So this is the come up story. And also with like dreams, especially the big ones. And this, I feel like only people who have like huge dreams to them, because you know when you're playing yourself small, like only people with huge dreams that they are currently working towards that are huge to them, will like understand like the fear that comes with, maybe I won't make it, or maybe I'm gonna stumble a few times, or maybe other people will see me stumbling. But, and it's kind of like that thing where, okay, you're almost waiting for that fear to go away, which it doesn't go away. It doesn't go away. I'm telling you right now, it doesn't go away. And you kind of have to like work through it like an exercise. So be like, you know what? Even though I'm scared, I'm still gonna do what I want to do. Even though I'm scared, even though don't think I'm gonna get the grades to be a doctor, I'm still gonna study hard, still gonna try. Even though I'm scared of being seen, I'm still gonna post, I'm still gonna enter public speaking contests or whatever. You know, like, you need to work through the fear. And I feel there's an over, what's the word I'm looking for? There's an over representation of this like badass, confident, like archetype for both men and women. I feel like it's way harder for men though, because like there's no room for them to be shy. But anyways, I'm not a man, I'm not gonna get into that. But man and women, there's like this over representation of this archetype that is confident, that is go-getting, that is like the face of courage and bravery, because they're so confident and so badass. But I feel like that's not true. Like, if you are unafraid, which I feel like that's so non-human because we all have fears. It's just the working through them. But there are people saying generally that are not really afraid of much things. But if you're unafraid and you do something that you're not afraid of, that's not courage. That's not bravery. Like, courage and bravery is doing something despite the fear you have of it. Because you know what? I'm afraid of this, but I'm still going to do it. That's bravery and that's courage. Not this, oh, I'm not afraid of anything. And like, you know, it doesn't feel the same way if you do something that you're not afraid of, right? And you achieve it. It's like, oh wait, I already knew I was gonna get that. But like the rush of doing something you're afraid of, and maybe it works out, maybe it doesn't. I think that's what it's worth living. Like that's like the exciting bit of it. And at first, when I still had limiting beliefs of fear, I didn't understand like its purpose, and still I don't. No, I do, but like at first I really didn't understand its purpose. Like fear was this foreign concept that I wasn't able to work on. But I feel like just fear adds so much excitement to life. And apparently, I don't know if it this is one of like those psychology facts that get debunked but people still keep reusing. But apparently your brain can't tell the difference between nervousness and excitement, you know. So fear, as horrible as it is because it's paralyzing, and when it gets out of control, not just in itself, but it's when it gets out of control, it's paralyzing. It ruins your life. But you can't triumph, especially an honest genuine triumph, unless you overcome it, unless you work towards it. Like that's what it's about. It's given very much you can't be happy if you don't know what sad means, you know. Like you can't be unafraid and fearless if you don't know what fear means. So fear isn't inherently a bad thing, but it's definitely something that arises when you have a huge dream that you know that there are some aspects of yourself and your environment that you have to work on in order to achieve your dream. So for me, it would just be working on the fear. For me, what I'm trying to, the point is the fear is not going to stop. Like the fear is going to keep arising, and you just have to work through it. Another important thing you should have or you should practice when you have a big dream, especially if you have chosen to share it, is standing firm on your dream and standing firm on the belief that you will achieve it. Because what will happen is that people will tell you that they don't think you'll achieve it because of some screwed image they have of you. They don't think you'll achieve it. Maybe you should try this, or maybe it's better if you do that. Like, I know for me, the main thing was, oh, you should do law. Oh, I thought you were gonna be a lawyer. Oh, this, oh that, oh that. Oh, your surname is it matches with you being a lawyer, whatever. Oh, the coincidence is like it's aligned. You should be a lawyer. And for a long time, I wrote that. I was like, oh yes, I do like to read. I do have a strong sense of justice. Yes, I look very cute in like a suit in my law firm. But it wasn't, I want to be a lawyer. It was like, oh, I know I'd be good at that. You know? So it's like, if you can't be, you can't succumb to that because it will happen. There's countless of people. In fact, I feel there'll be more people who do not speak life into your dreams than people who do, because a lot of people, there are gonna be more people that do not speak life into your dreams than people that do. Because why do you think this is such a bubbling topic? Dreams, goals, reaching your dreams, reaching goals, because many people aren't doing that. Many people do not reach their goals. Many people do not reach their dreams. So it's very obvious that many people will try, maybe it's with malice, maybe it's not with malice, but many people will try to make sure that you don't reach your goals or do not see you reaching your goals either. They don't see how you're different from the rest, but you need to believe that you are. That's it. Because if you do not believe that you are, in every single suggestion that you should do something else will sink in, and it should be like bounce back out. So once I was actually serious about the dream that I wanted, all the suggestions of, oh, you should be a lawyer, oh, you should be a sociologist, oh, you should be this, oh, you should be that, just bounced back away because I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. And I'm not gonna, because I want to do what I want to do. Another thing is that these same people will tell you that you shouldn't do something and will see the amount of courage that you have to stick and stay on your dreams. And then the moment they finally decide, oh wait, I actually want to do this, maybe it's similar to yours, maybe it's not, doesn't matter, I actually want to do this, they will not come back to you and apologize to be like, oh, actually go back and do that. No, rarely they ever do. And let me give you an example. So my past friend, I told her about like what I wanted to do. Like I wanted to go study film. At the time it was writing. I wanted to be a writer, study film, all of that. Then she was like, oh, like she was just explaining, oh, like, oh, there's no money in writing. Oh, there's no money in like, basically there's no, that whole thing about there's no money in creative jobs. Oh, there's no money in writing. Oh, there's no money in creative jobs. And this is during the time where I built that resistance of other people's beliefs on what I can and cannot do. So I was like, okay, that's good. I'm still gonna do this. Miss Girl continues to send me like a whole diagram about like how artists are only revered when they die, which is not true. Like Toni Morrison. Oh wait, she passed away. Wait. But when she was living, she was celebrated. Toni Morrison was celebrated. Many living, it's so dumb. Like many living artists, whether that's musicians, writers, pianists, whatever, they are revered and celebrated now. But then you need to remember that was the reality that she was living in, that she couldn't see something that was clearly there. But now she was enforcing it on me now. So that happened. Still, I didn't give in. And I don't know, it was like it was a year later. And she was talking about how she wants to do, when she's older, she wants to do writing on the side. And in my head, I was like, girl, wasn't writing this thing that you're not supposed to do? You mustn't take it seriously as a career or whatever. And as she was saying this, I was just looking at her and just waiting for her to like apologize or at least explain how she was wrong and that I should continue doing what I want to do. And she didn't. She just kept speaking and speaking. And I was like, imagine now if hey, so people are not gonna say sorry, they're not gonna apologize, they're not gonna acknowledge the fact that they fed you this filth, they fed you this garbage about what you can and cannot achieve. So that is why it is very important, very crucial to stay firm in your dream. Stay firm in it, and there will be people who speak life to your dreams. There will be people who help you. There will be people who give you resources. There will be people who they see that, oh, you see this, and they will see it too. So do not listen to people who don't know. That's it. That's the point. And also, like, do not be in like environments and spaces where your dream or the actions that you're taking are not directly towards your dream. I know life isn't this like serious thing, but it also is. It's this duality and dichotomy of like all these different things, right? Life is horrible, but it can also be beautiful. And life is serious, but also cannot be serious. But you need to be serious about some things, and I feel like the one main thing you have to be serious about is your dreams. So if you're not taking actionable steps towards your dreams, you're taking the opposite direction. Ooh, I think that's very up there. But anyways, that's what I believe. If you're not actively taking steps towards your dreams, whether you think it's good or not, you're taking steps away from your dreams. Every day doesn't have to be focused on a purpose or on your dream, but have at least one, like every day you have something that you did that works towards it. Yes, life doesn't revolve around this one career or one lifestyle, but your life is your everyday day. Oh, why am I speaking like a toddler? Anyways, but like your life is what you do every day. That is what your life is. When you really think about it, the days are long, the years are short. So your life is your everyday. So every day you should be taking actionable steps and saying no to everything that isn't going to align with the lifestyle and with the career and with what you want for yourself in the future and your current self now. And also that whole thing of the fear, working towards the fear. Another thing you could do or think about is like how leechy. I know this is negative, but like sometimes you need that to like push you. Like think about how leechy it is, especially if you like want to do something in the creative like field. How leechy it is for you to listen to music, watch films, read books, watch paintings, see paintings, be inspired by the art that other people made because they were inspired by other people, and contribute nothing to that, especially when you can. Like think about how grabby that is, how leechy that is. Like how can you listen to music, how can you read books of other people's writings and not be inspired by the world? Like make the world inspired by you, like you've been inspired by it. J. Cole says this in his song in his album 2014 Forest Hill Drive. I listen to him, I really love his music, but he says that like, and he you can even hear his tone, he sounds disgusted because it honestly is like a grimy leechy thing. Like imagine not giving the world something when you have been given something by the world. So if it's not for you, make it for us. Like create something that other people can be inspired by too, because many people can be like saved by that. Many people can be saved by like your input of a situation, your input on um a topic that is nuanced and different because you said something, because we all live in different realities and there's something everyone can bring to the table. So don't be leechy, don't be grimy, and produce something, do an action, work towards your dream so that humanity can benefit from it. And I honestly believe that if you place intention and if you really believe that you will achieve what you want to achieve, you will. But don't be crazy about it. Like, don't say, oh, I'm going to be this like successful actress, but then you don't practice how to memorize scripts, but then you don't apply for cast roles, but then you don't go to auditions. Like, because now you're being delusional. And that's okay, you can be delusional, and sometimes it helps to be delusional, but you have to back it up. Like, you have to do something towards it. Like, it doesn't help to just sit down and be like, oh, I'm a millionaire, oh, I'm the best writer ever, oh, I'm the best director ever, but then you're not picking up a camera, you're not writing things down about how you feel about the world, you're not doing anything. You need to take actionable steps, and you need to work towards a dream, you know? I feel like it's very much that thing where like the answers are right under our noses, like the whole consistency, the whole you need to be self-disciplined, you need to believe, you need to do hard work. People preach that almost you won't escape a week without hearing that. If you're on social media or just out and about in life, you won't escape a week without hearing stuff like that. But then how come there is a difference between people who make it and then people who don't? And I really think it's the basics. And many of us, including myself, I just want to show you that I have a bow. Very cutesy. Many of us, including myself, sometimes are not practicing that religiously. So work. You need to work towards a dream. You know? And working towards your dream can look like different things in different stages, right? You want to go to, okay, for me, I want to go to film school, my dream film school. What do I have to do? I have to make sure that I get like my matric. I have to make sure that I get a bachelor's pass so I can study this degree. That is working towards my dream. Oh, I want to do film. I have to apply to a film school. You know, sometimes you don't, but from what I've seen, most creatives do have a degree, especially successful ones. So, work, you need to take actionable steps, like, and you need to abandon the idea of what other people expect of you, because you can't be here and then there, like you can't be balancing. You have to like tip the scale on one side only, because you need your full energy and your full devotion to stick to things, to stick to what you want to do. Yeah. Oh, and also dreams change, you know? Something you thought you wanted, you could learn that, oh, it was just a reflection of what my parents wanted. It was just a reflection of what society wanted. Oh, I didn't actually want to do that. Find yourself again and then work towards that dream. Yeah. And I feel like something that has been spoken about or exposed to, especially around my age group, late teens, is this whole thing about how life isn't a fairy tale and how sometimes dreams don't come true. I I don't have anything to say to that yet because I'm still young. But I'm sorry, I don't want to accept that. Like I don't want to accept that. And I don't think anyone who has a conviction to their dream, especially if it's a big dream that you know you want to achieve, and keep your childhood wonder, keep your a balanced fantasy. Balanced fantasy. You can't be like in La La Land, but you're almost gonna be an adult, or you're already an adult. Yes, you will have setbacks, but I feel like as soon as you accept that it's not gonna happen for you, then it's not gonna happen. So yeah, those are my thoughts on dreams, especially being a dreamer my whole life.